What's up, hustlers? Today I want to talk to you about how to overcome any limitation in your life. If this is your first time coming across my face or my channel, my name is Miracle Omoike, and I am passionate about everything to do with wealth, business, and success. If you're passionate about any of those things, then subscribe to this channel because that's what we are all about over here. All right, now, guys, the very first thing that I find has been helpful in overcoming limitations is that I realize that a lot of the limitations in our lives are actually self-imposed. That means that we have inflicted it on ourselves. We have put those limitations on ourselves because of our beliefs. Our beliefs is what forms our reality. For example, if you don't believe that water is healthy for you or water is good for you, you would never drink it, right? If you think water is harmful, you would avoid it at all costs. So our beliefs shape our reality. And I'll tell you a quick story. I was with a friend of mine outside, some of my brothers out. We went out for Saturday night, and we met a couple of people over there, and we just got to chatting and we spoke to them. And two guys I met particularly, they just came from KZN and they're looking to find some work in Joburg. And I got to talking to say, hey, what kind of job do you hope to get here? And they said anything. The problem is we don't have a matric. That's what they said. I said, okay, great. What is your ideal job that you would love? And they said, we would love to be in the police. I said, that's amazing. So have you tried applying? They said, no, because you need a matric or you need a high school degree, high school certificate to be able to work in the police. And I said, no, you don't. They were like, no, man, you do. So I was like, all right, great. We pulled out Google, we searched it, and I saw that you do not need a matric to be able to work in police. And so I showed it to them and they're like, whoa, what? Damn, that's crazy. Oh my. They were so surprised. But the point of that story is to show you that because of how much they believed you needed a matric certificate to work in the police or to work generally, they didn't even bother trying to apply. They didn't even bother doing any research or asking how they could be part of the police because of their belief. They imposed a limitation on their self. My God, that's crazy, right? The world did not have that limitation. They imposed it on themselves because of their beliefs. So guys, by changing the way you believe the world, believe about yourself. Many people believe that they can never be rich or successful. Many people believe that nobody loves them. These beliefs are shaping your reality. They are shaping your experience. So by changing your beliefs and adopting beliefs that serve you, you can have a much more exciting and fun experience on the earth. I personally believe that all things work together for my good. I don't care what happens, even if I get stolen from or my house catches fire. My belief is that all things work for my good. Now, bad things happen to me, yes. There are times where I feel down, yes. But because of this belief that I have so strongly, all things begin to work for my good. I begin to see good in the bad that happened to me, right? In fact, I don't even believe in bad because it all works for my good. So adopting beliefs that serve you will really go a long way in making you unstoppable. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up, please, guys. I want to know that I'm communicating. The second thing you need to do to overcome any kind of limitation is to ask anyway. Even if there's a limitation to say, for example, even if those guys found out that you do need a matric to go into the police, I would encourage them to go there to the police station and still ask, hey, we don't have a matric, we would love to work for the police. It does not hurt to ask, right? The worst that can happen is they say no to you. But then the best that could happen is they make an exception. I'll give you an example. I'm moving into a new place. It's my ideal environment, great people, right next to the mall, just fantastic environment. I loved it so much. But now they had said you would need to give us your proof of residence, your banking statement. And I know if they're asking for an income statement is to see that you're getting constant cash. Now, as a self-employed person, the cash is not always monthly. The cash is not always constant. It can take some time. So I was really concerned. And a part of me felt like, let's not even waste our time to apply for this. They're definitely going to reject us. But then a part of me was like, no, let's just ask anyway. And so I went to the guy. I said, hey, this is the story. I know you need an income statement. My income statement is not beautiful. There's a lot of red flags. And he was like, you know what, just send it. We'll take a look at it. And guess what? They did take a look and I was accepted into the place, right? So it never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask, right? Just try anyway. But the problem is if we have a belief that things we're not going to get it, if we have a belief that doesn't support us going for it. Like if you believe you will never be successful, then you will never try to be successful. So you have to do tip number 1 first, and then begin to work on tip number 2, which is to take action anyway, try anyway. What's the worst that could happen, right? The worst is you get a rejection, the best is you get in. So it doesn't hurt to try, it doesn't hurt to ask, it doesn't hurt to ask anyway. Ask and you shall receive, right? So if you don't ask, then you won't receive. That's just what I believe. Even if, for example, if they say this job here, only women can work, like my dream job that I finally got, I had to apply like 3 or 4 times. I kept getting rejected, but I kept asking, and guess what? Eventually I got the job. So it doesn't hurt to ask. If you will not give up on your dreams, smash that thumbs up button, give me some flames in the comments. I want to know that you're present. The final thing that I have found, and probably the most powerful in overcoming any limitation, is to never take no for an answer. Never take no for an answer. This is so key. A lot of people, they ask and then they hear no and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry I asked. No, do not give up. Just imagine if our forefathers had accepted no when they tried to get their freedom from slavery, colonization, and white oppression. Where would we be today? We would probably still be slaves. We'd probably still be colonized, still getting oppressed, depressed, segregated, and all this stuff. But they were relentless in their asking. They kept on asking at any price, at any cost. They were always like, yo, we demand our freedom, yo. We are not gonna stop. You guys will give up before we do. And that needs to be your kind of mindset. It doesn't matter the limitation or the blockade that has been placed before you. You just have to be like, I am either gonna go through it or around it or under it or over it, or I don't care. I'm gonna find a way to get it, right? If that becomes your mindset, then my friend, it's only a matter of time before you win big in this life. I am so serious, right? Because I heard a story. You probably know this guy, Grant Cardone. His wife rejected him for 13 months. 13 months. Many of you would not have had the courage to even approach her, talk less of continually talking to her, even with her rejection. 13 months, guys. Robert Kiyosaki's wife rejected him for 6 months. They had a mindset of, I am not taking no for an answer. And look, they ended up getting married to their dream wives. Guys, I hope you got value from this. I know I brought the value. If you apply these 3 tips, then you will see the limitations of your life as pretty much non-existent. Because first of all, you're going to adopt a mindset and beliefs that serve you, where you see no limitations. Second of all, you're going to ask anyway and take action anyway. And third of all, you're not going to take no for an answer. So you are pretty much unstoppable now. Go out there and dominate the week, dominate the month, dominate the year. Just go out there and absolutely crush it like a beast that I know you